In this quiet Norfolk neighborhood, you'll find a big personality in 99-year-old Andy Valero. The back room full of mosaic tile projects that have kept his mind sharp.
For veterans or for friends, I put mosaics on them now, see, like this one.
Though nearly 80 years ago, it was his family that kept him sharp.
I was always a street kid. In the backyard, playing hooky. My mother got word. She went to the draft board. Lucky me.
In April of 1943, Andy was on his way to join the Army.
Remember the train ride from Grand Central Station? They had the tinted windows, and I'd look at it and I'd see my face, and you could see a grim, quiet, and sad face.
He was part of an anti-aircraft artillery unit headed for the front lines.
You're going overseas, but you're going over as replacements. And most of you are going to be in the infantry. Well, that's a death sentence. Oh, not me, a little guy like me. I'm sure I'll be in the back somewhere. Infantry.
10 days after deploying in December of 1944 with the 9th Infantry, he found himself in the Battle of the Bulge.
Boy, when they broke through, we just couldn't believe it. It was a blitzkrieg.
This was the last major German counteroffensive on the Western Front and the bloodiest battle for the U.S. in World War II. The Army lost about 19,000 men.
The Battle of the Bulge? Fear.
Valero made it out with a promotion to sergeant, 2 Bronze Stars, and a case of trench foot.
And he looked at it again, he looked at me, and he gave the scissors to the guy and said, "Tag him." When he said that, before you know it, I was on a plane at C-47.
After recovering in the hospital, Andy was transferred to the 71st Infantry, where post-war occupation included security at the liberated Dachau concentration camp.
You want to see hardened combat troops cry. And I was one of them. It just broke your heart. It was horror. Horror.
These moments stuck in his mind as he was back stateside in the early 50s.
I was a mess when I came home.
And once again, it was his family keeping him sharp. On the homemade mosaic table up front, Andy's wife, Lola.
One day, she and my mother took the pills and down the toilet, and she came over to me with tears. And she said, "From now on, I'm your nurse."
In 1999, after 3 decades in the fire department of New York, Andy and Lola made Norfolk their home, as it's the memories of home that ground us.
My godmother put something in my pocket. She said, "Don't touch it. When you get there, you look at it, and so forth." But I found out on the way out that it was a prayer. And let me tell you, I recited that many, many times when you felt it was the end or something like that.